Hey, my people, welcome to the channel of your girl. And yeah, today we are here with a new episode, and oh my goodness, I'm so excited to share this with us today. Like I said, on this channel, we are here to learn from each other, to uplift each other, to inspire each other, and above all, to grow together as we fix this thing called life. Because hey, I know life is a struggle for many of us in different ways. For some of us, it could be struggle with family, struggle with relationships, struggle with our careers, struggle with our finances, all the different struggles we are going through. But in all the struggles, the different struggles we are going through, I think what's important for most of us, especially adults, most of us who are adults now, is to know and find out what the roles some we have played ourselves in the struggles we go through on our daily lives. And like I said, this channel is all about fun, life, business, and yeah, just everything about life, right? So in today's episode, we're talking about um, just owning our end of the game, like taking responsibility for our own actions. But as I'm here to share my personal journey, I think for me, one of the biggest things that I've had to learn, or I've had to take part to analyze for myself, is who I am as a friend, as a sibling, as a partner, and as everything. I've had to take a moment back. I don't know if the English word for it is self-evaluation or something, but I had to take a moment back to actually know who I am on a daily basis. So my question and challenge to us all is, do you know who you are? Like, do you know you? Like the actual you. So I had to ask myself, who am I? Like, who is your favorite? Who is favorite? Not in the way she sees herself, but in the way other people interact with her on a daily basis. Guys, the answers I got were not pleasant answers for me, but it's a good thing. Much as they're not a pleasant answer for me, actually that's where I realized that's where the work needs to start. Actually, that's where the work is now. The work that I have to do on myself on a daily, to be a better parent, to be a better friend, to be a better partner, to be a better sibling, to be a better child. Whew. Like I said, the answers are not pleasant at all. And what are those aspects of my life of life that I had to find out? Actually, it makes it so hard, or it makes it quite complicated uh, for other people to interact with me on a daily basis. Ooh, people. So one of the things I found out about myself is my lack of patience. Lack of patience, I mean, I have zero patience at all for other people, for everyone else except me. I have no patience for everyone else except me. But on the contrary, much as I don't have patience for anyone, I expect everyone else also to be patient with me, especially when they have to deal with something to do with me, or when they have, whether it's with the expectations of me, whatever it is that everyone else wants to deal with me, they have to be patient. But I have zero patience for anyone else. Like I'm saying, anywhere else, whether you're a child or a grown up or whatever. I want to tell you that's not a nice thing or a nice situation for other people to have to deal with. For example, like when I'm asking you to do something, I'm expecting you to do it now, like now. Just get up, do it. Or yeah, like that's what I'm like. I'm not expecting you to give me an explanation of how you, or how and why you can't do it now. Whether it's you, whether you're my mother, you're my, like, whoever you are, I'm expecting you to do it now. But if the table was turned and you were expecting me to do something and expecting me to do it now, I would expect you to hear me out or to understand why I'm not able to do it now. So imagine me like that, as a friend, as a daughter, as a sibling, as a mother, you know, and as a partner. Like, she wants her things to be now. That's favor. And okay, like, you imagine you having to take, you being on the receiving end of, oh, when she's saying, oh, go do this for me, I have to get up now and do it. And yet maybe she came to you when you're in the middle of something and you need to finish that fast, or maybe you're not feeling well, or maybe you don't have the necessary resources to even yeah, that's one thing I've realized in myself. And even up to today, it's still me. Like I say, that's favor on a daily. So, but one thing, now that I'm aware, that's me. Even right now, at the moment when I'm asking someone to do something, and they are trying to, okay, they're not doing it the time I'm expecting them to do. Normally, like, and when my lack of patience shows itself in terms of anger, like, I immediately try to, like, I get angry of why you're not doing. I've asked you to do something, why you're not doing it. Now, and I still react like that, but then seconds after, I catch myself knowing that, oh, okay, remember, that's not how it's supposed to be. What if? And then I can't bring in the what if, and then I'm able to give this person audience to hear them out, like, oh, why they're not able to do it at the time I expect, and then we talk about it, and then yeah. But that side of me, that impatient side of me, still wakes up so quickly in response to when the person I'm asking is not able to respond. Two, I have no tolerance for what I would, as favor, would define as common sense situations, which is so unfortunate, because not everyone else I'm dealing with has the common sense I'm expecting them to obviously have to have, which is not nice, which is not fair to everyone else. And that makes it so hard for people to interact with me on a daily basis. Like, guys, on a daily basis. For example, let's say, like, okay, I don't know, how do I bring these common sense things? Because, for example, let's say I'm expecting someone to, what's the example I can, there's no example I can put myself on, but I guess you guys understand. That's 10 things I expect them to be common sense, you know, that I expect everyone else to know. And that is one. And another aspect of that, I also don't like to repeat myself. And the moment I tell anyone, like I said, it doesn't matter who it is. So the moment I say something and then you expect me to repeat that, there's a way instantly it triggers me negatively, and my response doesn't come like, it's not pleasant. And that makes it also hard for people to deal with me on a daily basis. Another thing, I don't like criticism. I don't like being criticized. And the criticism may sound so big, but I don't like I don't like negative things being pointed. I don't like my negative traits, anything negative about me being said to me. Whew. And yet, am I perfect? Like, am I that 100% perfect? The answer is no, I'm not. So since I'm not perfect, I needed to be open to negative comments, negative traits of myself being said to me, because that's the only way I can work on them, with like negative ones. I'm only expecting people to say nice, and when people say nice things about me, I'm like, oh my god, hey. But then when it comes to negative things, it rubs me off. and then which means that can turn into an how do I say, confrontation, and then it can go bad. So which means people around me, people who are close to me, have to always, like, they have to always hold the inner negative comments or negative things that I've observed about me to themselves. And yet if I had given them a room, an audience to share those negative things to me and make it not like make given a favorable environment for them to even say negative things about me, in a way, it would have helped me. Actually, it's good for me than for them, you know. But the favor I've known for them for all my life doesn't give room for negative. And even like I said, even up to right now as we talk, if someone said something negative, oh, like, Favor, I don't like your hair, it still rubs me off negatively, and my instant reaction is to attack you back. And yeah. What other things about myself that and I don't listen. I don't listen, meaning when I'm having any interactions, I find myself like I'm always the one speaking, and I don't give other people audience, which is also not a very good characteristic. So yeah. So like I said, there's so much about me that I'm not able to. I've often forgotten to list here, that I've like qualities, things about me on a daily that actually make it so hard for other people to deal with me. And sometimes that makes people to be walking like on eggshells around me, which is very terrible for a friendship, for a relationship, for and for actually for healthy interactions with anyone. And some of these characteristics even make it so worse in a relationship environment or in a family environment, which is something I've shared with so many of you, how I'm so passionate about family. And how I'm so looking forward to having my own family, of like having to raise my own family, which if I don't work on some of these things, these traits, these negative traits in me, it can make it so hard even for me to achieve that loving family that I've always wanted to raise. So with that being said, I'm trying I know, like, these have been things that have been part of me for the longest time, but I'm trying with a little that I can to see if I can work on and keep catching myself. The most important thing I've learned is the awareness, and being aware of what these qualities or these negative qualities of me are, and then accepting that they are. Because by accepting, that means I'm acknowledging that they really do exist. And that's the only way I feel like I can work on them. I may not work on them completely, but being able to quickly realize myself in the moment, you know, like I feel like is the key. So with that being said, my challenge, like I said, to all of us is to ask ourselves, who are we? Like to look at objectively look at ourselves, like who are we really? And look at, okay, where are those other negative aspects of ourselves which could be making it difficult for other people to deal with us on a daily or interact with us on a daily. And like I said, if it's your first time, please don't forget to subscribe. Please share this with your friends and family, and keep the comments coming, and see you again next time. Love you. Ciao.